Today we're going to be testing the triple EMA and the TDI, so let's get straight to it. Hi trader devs, I hope you're all going extremely well. My name's David and welcome to the channel where I go through trading strategies that I find on YouTube and on the web, and then I test them using code to debunk the bad ones and find the good ones. Today we're going to be looking at a trading strategy that I found on one of my favorite YouTubers channels, which is Traders Landing. It is a strategy which involves three indicators, which is the EMA, which is going to give us our trend direction. It's going to be set to 200, and then we're going to be using a triple EMA that gives us closer to the price action to find our entries. And then we're going to be using the TDI, which is a trader's directional index, and that we're going to be using to find our entries. That's going to be our trigger. So let's get over to my computer. Let's start coding all of that together so that we can actually backtest it and get a rough idea of what it could happen on real data. Before I go over to my computer, if you do enjoy the video, please don't forget to give it a good old thumbs up. It helps me to destroy the YouTube algorithm. And also, if you're into watching these kind of videos, why not subscribe? I do a trading strategy video twice a week, every Monday and Friday. Okay, that's enough of that. Right, let's go over to my computer. Okay, here we are on my computer. As always, have a couple of the indicators already here and ready to go, but I'm going to show you how to add those very, very quickly. As always, this was inspired by this YouTuber, which is one of my favorite YouTubers because he actually goes in and researches better ways of making the trading strategy better. And I believe that he actually looks a lot into the results. So if you're looking for manual back testing as well, I suggest you go and have a look at Trader Landing. Okay, here we are back on a clean chart. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is start adding these indicators. First one I'm going to be adding is the EMA, so the standard EMA, which we use quite often to find a trend or direction. So we're going to click here and search. So we click indicators up here and search for EMA, and then we add the moving average exponential. So that one will end up like this. It's going to be a white line, which is going to give us our trend direction. So obviously we're going to be taking shorts when we're below the EMA and longs when we're above the EMA. The second indicator is the TEMA, which is the triple EMA. This indicator was actually invented to try and decrease the lag in the EMAs. So we're going to be adding this. So this one is going to be added here, and we're going to color that one in orange. Now for the EMA, as I said, we have to be on the 200. So I've colored that in orange. We click on the cog, in white. We click on the cog above and we type in 200 into the length here, and then we click OK. The TMA, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to press the cog. I'm going to style it to orange, and we're going to set the length to 200. Our last indicator that we're going to be adding is the TDI. Now the TDI is this one here, the very, very first one that we're going to be using. The TDI is a mix between RSIs and Bollinger Bands, and it looks like this just here. So we're going to add it. We're going to leave it exactly as is. I'm just going to remove a couple of the extra lines that we don't need. We don't need the middle band, and we won't be using the slow MA. We can also hide the backgrounds if you want, because that helps us to focus on the essential information that we're going to be looking at. Okay, the idea of the TDI is that these Bollinger Bands are going to work as dynamic oversold and overbought areas. So we're going to be looking for something like this area here where we've pulled back into the oversold area, so below the lower Bollinger Band, the blue line. And we're going to be waiting until then we come across above both our EMA and the TEMA. So this would be our first entry here. So this would be a long. We'd get in our first entry just here on the open of that one there. And we're going to put our stop loss at the swing low, so just below here. And we're looking to have and we're going to be taking profit in two parts. So the first take profit we're going to be taking at one risk to reward, so here that would have been a win, and then once we've actually hit that once we hit that level there, we're actually going to take our take profit and then move it slightly up to risk to reward of 2. So So we're actually taking profit twice. So at this point, we'll be taking 50% of our bid off the table. So when price comes up and hits our first take profit, which is this blue line here, we're actually going to move our stop loss back into break even so that we're protecting our capital. So if price does reverse against us, very much like this one here, we're actually not losing any money and we've actually made money on our first take profit. So that is how to take a long. Let's go and have a look for a short. Now there should be some more shorts in the areas at the moment because Bitcoin has had quite a dump in the last couple of days. Okay, so we're going to be here looking at this overbought as we come above the Bollinger Bands here. We wait until we come below both the EMA and the TEMA. And we're going to add a short position just here. So that would be just here. As before, we will have our stop loss on our swing high above here. And then we're going to do a 1 to 2 risk to reward. So this would 1 to 1 first. So this would be our first exit just here, and then as we take profit, we're going to look for a 1 to 2. So that would have been our entry. If we would have got that one, it would have been absolutely brilliant. So as price comes down, we have a take profit on risk to reward of 1 here. We move our stop loss back into profit and we just let it roll all the way down to the bottom here, and that would have been a win for a 9.46% win on your trade. So that's fantastic. It has all of the rules in it, so it is quite a complete system. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to code this so that we can connect it to bots and trade it automatically. Okay, so I guess the best thing to do is cue that music as always and just code. Right, let's go.
Come on, David, and once again he's gone to code a new strategy. He'll be back in just 5 minutes. RSI and MACD. If he doesn't run into any bugs, there will be a new strategy. Come on, David, hurry up. Come on, David, show us what you got. Come on, David, our patience running out. Come on, David, show us what you got.
Okay, here we are back at my computer. After testing and building the strategy, I've finally come up with a coded version of this strategy so that we can backtest it. So just very quickly going to verify a couple of these entries to make sure everything's working. If you look at this one here, for example, we are just nipping over that Bollinger Band there, and then we wait until we get back underneath the TEMA to be able to make sure that we take our entry. We have taken an entry, and as you can see, it's taken a profit here and a profit just there. And then if I go back further along here, we can have a look for some longs. Obviously Bitcoin's been dumping for a while, so let's have a look here. Okay, so we have our RSI going underneath the Bollinger Band here, as you can see, and we've broken above both the triple exponential moving average and the EMA. So we've taken an entry just here as well. So let me zoom in here. As you can see, we've taken our entry and we have a perfect entry where we've taken 2 take profits just here. So it looks like our entries are perfect. Now let's go and have a look at the results on the first one I'm going to show you is the optimized version that I'd optimized using the optimizer, and then I'll go back through and use the default settings that we had from Trader Landing so that we can compare. Now I run the optimizer for about 15 to 20 minutes on this, but only on the take profit level, just to try and optimize a bit the take levels without over optimizing and overfitting. Okay, back over to the computer and we'll have a look at these results. Okay, so first of all, the optimized version, minimalist optimized, as I said. Let's put up the trading view back tester. What did I just do there? Okay, and also the David Tech dashboard, which is over here, which gives us a little bit more information. Okay, right. Okay, let's have a look at some of these results. So we have quite a good trading strategy. Now this is with 2 take profit levels. So we have 314 total closed trades. I'm on the 1 hour Bitcoin USDT with Binance. And we have a 78% profitable trading. We have wins 246, losses 68. We have max wins in a row was 13 and max losses in a row was 5. Now, like I said, we do have multiple take profit areas here. 447% on the account. So a very good trading strategy by the looks of it. When you look at the equity curve, it looks quite good. Our max drawdown is a bit higher over here at 25%, but we can work on that by using Confluence, maybe with the ADX or something like that. Let's go into the settings and add the default settings from Trader Landing to see if they're better or not. So Trader's Landing's take profits was the same, had 2 take profits, so we have 2 take profits here. And he was using just a different risk to reward here. Now, if I change the risk to reward to 2 here, we have results of 77% and 253% net profit. If we take it back up to 3, here 3 risk to reward instead, so we'll be taking the profit at 1.5 and 3. Actually, that is slightly too high. So yeah, that's his settings were quite good. Right, the other thing that we can also do is remove the multiple take profits and maybe take profit at 1.5, but in one go. We have a 51% net profit and we have 307% profitable. So the double take profit was actually the best option. So well done, Trader Landing. You certainly have put the best settings in there for the moment. So I'm going to leave those set. So the only improvements that I've actually added myself to this is adding the ADX. Now if I go down to the ADX here, you can see it's the average directional index here. This is one of my favorite, it's absolutely probably my favorite indicator. Now I've added a virtual line here, and all it does is it removes consolidation in the market, so it filters out any trades that we're just like in this area here where we'd take a trade and it goes on forever, and you end up either getting wicked out or the winning trade where it just goes on too long. So the idea is when we're below this 20 line, we do not take any trades until we break above the 20 line and have all the other confirmations. That's the only indicator that I've added on top, and as you can see, let me show you very quickly if I remove it. If I remove the ADX that I've added, you can see that we actually dropped to 74% and we lose around 100% net profit. Let's go and have a look at some of the other stats very, very quickly. The list of trades. So if I go back, we can have a look at this. Trades have been going on for quite a long time. So if I go all the way back to the bottom here, it's 2019. So it's over 2 years, 3 years, 3 years of trading for 400%. So yeah, it seems quite a good trading strategy, although it hasn't given us the same results as some of the other trading strategies that we built over the 3-year period. It has given us quite a stable, good equity curve, except for the drawdown, which, like I said, you can work on by finding better confluence. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, the last one before the weekend, so I'm going to wish you a great weekend. If you do want to add this indicator to your trading view, you can find the links in the description. My Patreon and Discord links are all down in the description. So without further ado, I'm going to wish you a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Keep safe, keep coding, have a great one, goodbye!